Hello, if you're here in your 30s or 40s and you think it's too late to get jacked, you've been lied to. There's a reason you're here watching this video. You probably want to look good, feel strong and not waste time doing 5 to 6 sessions a week like a bodybuilder. Good, because I'll show you how to get real, measurable results with just 2 well-structured workouts per week. No BS, just structure. Now, obviously, I'm not in my 40s, I'm not even pretending to be, but here's what I've done. I've helped guys in their 30s, 40s, even pushing 50s to get in their best shapes of their lives. Let me give you a few examples. First one, my dad, 46 years old, started off barely able to do a proper pull-up or dip, looked soft, weak, average. After just 1 year of following the structure I gave him, he's now doing 20 kilo weighted pull-ups for reps and 50 kilo dips for 8 clean reps. That's stronger than most 21-year-olds with 6-packs who've been training for years. Then you also have Jorge, same age, but he moves like an elite athlete, doing handstand push-ups, human flag, things most guys dream of doing even in their 20s. And same thing with Sebastian. So yeah, I'm young, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to getting the older guys strong. When I coach someone older, it's about precision. They've got jobs, families, responsibilities, so training has to fit around their life, not the other way around it. We don't have time to mess around. The structure is dialed in, and the nutrition part, it's even more important. When you're young, you can get away with bad food, but when you're older, it wrecks your recovery, messes with your progress, and opens the door to diseases. That's why this works, because I don't waste time, and neither should you. Let's talk about the real roadblocks guys in their 30s and 40s face. The most common excuse I hear: I work too much, I don't have time to train. Really? You only need 2 one-hour sessions a week to change your body completely. I hear, when you get older, it's not the same. I was like you when I was younger. No, you weren't. Stop listening to the people who gave up on themselves. Only take advice from someone you want to trade places with. That's the rule. Now, they also say health issues get in the way, but in reality, training helps with most health problems out there. Only in very rare cases is training a bad idea. So instead of saying I can't, ask how. Let me tell you the truth. If you've got a 10 out of 10 workout plan and diet and you're still stuck, it's you making the mistakes. That's the only thing holding you back. Mistakes. There's around 30 to 50 mistakes that people make, which usually hold you back from progressing. You might train after a very physically exhausting job. You might follow what feels good instead of what works. There was even a guy on my coaching call who was smiling all the time. At the beginning of the call, he's smiling. And I asked him, bro, why are you smiling? He's like, oh, I didn't progress. I went down in progress, but I know why it happened and I know how to fix it. So it was, of course, a very weird interaction, but he knows why it happened and he knows how to fix it. So it's not a big deal. He'll just fix it next time. So he understood how things work and now he's basically progressing again. And when it comes to the myths, there's some people saying it's dangerous to work out at this age. You can't gain muscles after 35. Cardio is enough. You need to train 5 to 6 times a week to see results. Let's have a moment of silence for these people, because they're just wrong. The recovery difference between a 20 and a 40-year-old is around 5 to 15% difference. It's not as huge, and this is based on studies. If anything, you just need a slightly better structure. And recovery is not so much about age, it's about doing things right. If you eat good, sleep good, follow a structured plan, and you don't mess around with random workouts, you'll recover just fine. The plan matters more than your age. Overtraining, it doesn't exist when the structure is right. I've done calls with over 25 athletes at the highest level, and what separates the ones who progress to the ones who don't is that they trust the structure. As for hormones, inflammation and joints, again, it's about balance. You need the right volume, the right intensity, and the method that lets you actually recover between sessions. And if you're ever in doubt, always remember, it's better to have 1 day rest longer than needed than 1 day rest shorter than needed. And yes, your testosterone will improve because good sleep, proper food, hard training is a natural test increase, no debate. Now let's talk about the method. I use the 2-set method for minimum 5 years, and it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 48, it works at any age. Why? Because we don't waste time. You push hard in 2 working sets per exercise and you're done. No fluff, no endless volume, no getting lost in the gym for 90 minutes. It's not better or safer than high volume, it's just different. It works when you do it right. And when you hit a plateau, because you will hit plateaus, we identify exactly why and we fix it. If you're over 35, a simple push-pull legs split over 7 days works very well. That's about 2-3 workouts a week. You can even put the push day and the pull day in one day that you're off, and then you do a leg day separately. So yeah, that's more than enough. And if you're already experienced but stuck, you're probably not eating enough. You need to be in a small surplus, so get that right and the gains will start improving. Okay, let's address the reality. You've got a family, a job, limited time. Can you still get jacked? Yes, I am extremely good at creating structures for any situations. You can train 3 hours a week or even 2 and still gain muscles and strength. I've done it, clients have done it, no excuses. You say you don't have time, well, check your screen time, and if you're spending even 1 hour a day on social media or random things on your phone, then you definitely have time. You just don't prioritize this enough. Now let's talk about the eating. Most older guys mess this up. They eat 1 to 2 massive meals or skip eating during the day because of work, or they don't weigh themselves daily. So they have no clue what's working. If you're overweight or have a belly, the goal is body recomposition, not bulking. That means eating at a maintenance or just slightly below. Focusing on high protein meals, 1.6 grams of protein up to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And doing strength training hard to build muscle while burning fat. Avoid very big calorie surpluses. Instead, prioritize nutrient-dense foods like lean meats, eggs, fruits, vegetables, and whole carbs, and eat every 3 to 5 hours to control hunger and support performance. However, if you're skinny and want to gain size and muscles, then I suggest you to follow the same advice, but you need to be in a 100 to 300 calorie surplus. Track your weight daily and make sure that you're going in the right direction. You just need a structure and some mental discipline. The hardest part for older guys is mindset. They'd rather believe an overweight guy who's their age than a younger guy who actually gets results. Now, I'm not here to hype anything, but if you want real results, here's what you need to know. I've got screenshots, videos, proof of guys in their 30s and 40s gaining 4 to 8 kilograms of lean muscles, getting stronger and building solid physiques all in under a year. Not 10 years, under 1 year. You know what they say after coaching? They're shocked how simple it was once they stopped guessing and once they had structure. If you're sitting there thinking, I've tried everything and I'm still weak, then get a solid program, fix your nutrition, sort out your mindset, and stop making one of the 40 mistakes that most people make, which slows them down when it comes to progressing. Look, if you're over 30 and you feel stuck, unmotivated, or skeptical, that's normal. But you have two choices. Sit there, complain, and do nothing, or use all your problems as fuel and motivation. The worst time in my life was when I was injured and when I wasn't progressing. Those are the moments I learned the most. That's when I got serious. This method works because it's built for real life. You don't need 10 hours in the gym. You don't need to change your whole lifestyle. You just need the right structure and the right mindset. If you want to apply for coaching and get my help building that structure, click the link below and apply. And if recovery is something you're struggling with, make sure to watch the recovery video I linked below as well, where I tell you how to recover and avoid injuries when training. It's one of the most important videos I've ever made.